Good morning, this is Alamon, and welcome to the 1821 Epilogue of the Courageous Korea series. Now, we left off episode 75, the final episode, in, if I remember right, February of 1715. So more than 100 years passed, and let's just take a quick walk through the changes. So you can see, obviously, all of this Asian area is under the direct control of the Empire of Great Joseon. So we had all these protectorates around here, and they started westernizing. The problem with that is as soon as someone finishes westernizing, they are no longer your protectorate. They just immediately break free, no war, no nothing, they're just suddenly not under your control anymore. So this kept happening, and every time it would happen, I would either re-vassalize them right away, and I did that a couple times through diplo-vassalization, and it was fine. Other times, I had to declare war to make vassals, or if they were too large, I just had to gobble them up. And the last one I gobbled up was Lan Na, and they were quite enormous. Even with the full administrative efficiency, it took something like 80-something% war score and several hundred admin points in coring costs to gobble them up, and it took several years to core everything. It was pretty awful. But yeah, I just had to do that because all of the people were westernizing, and I wanted all of this under my control. I did eat up the, not colonial, the, what is it, client nation, Grenza. Once I realized that Russia was never going to declare war on me, I got rid of them, just pulled them back into my own territory. At some point, I switched to enlightened despotism, which is incredible because even when you're at war, you get minus 0.2 monthly autonomy change, and that stacks on top of the minus 0.1 that you get in times of peace. And also the accepted culture threshold is amazing for large empires. And manpower, I mean, we didn't really need any more manpower. I mean, look at that, 555k manpower, gaining over 5,000 each month. Alright, so that is Asia. So the Holy Roman Empire were very good allies overall. We never had to call them into any wars because, well, we were mostly picking on people much smaller than ourselves, and nobody ever declared war on us. But still, they were good allies. I mean, they never broke the alliance. They, I'm sure, acted as a deterrent that, you know, prevented anyone from declaring war on us. But they kept calling us into war after war after war. There must have been at least 5 or 6 wars that they called us into over that 100-year period. And it caused some wacky things to happen now and again. So, I was just, whatever, doing my ally thing and sieging things down and, just supporting. But then they kept giving me land. So I guess this is where... So, okay, we got this new colonial nation, Louisiana, with another little exclave over there, purely from these Holy Roman Empire wars, where they would keep feeding us land that we had sieged down. So, I guess that points to the potential usefulness of, reassigning, what do you call it, the occupation? Like over here, I sieged down most of this stuff, but I assigned it to Lithuania, who are another ally. I allied them because the Holy Roman Empire had them allied, and I just figured, why not? So they declared war on Russia, called me in to this final war, and we've done a good job. I mean, we've sieged up a bunch of eastern Russia, then we kind of gave up on that because it was boring, marched west, shattered the Russian armies, sieged all of Lithuania's cores back. Lithuania has sieged a couple other things as well. And unfortunately, this war didn't end in time. We hit the 1st of January 1821 stopping point, and that was it. Yes, I also wanted to show this. So, Holy Roman Empire decided they wanted all of their Venetian cores, which was great because there were several times where they had the opportunity to grab them, and they just didn't. They would wipe peace or something equally asinine. And they were able to strip Venice down to just Venetia, Istria, and Bosnia. Now, all this land was also Venetian. And I had absolutely no intention of taking this for myself, but again, the Holy Roman Empire just gave it to me in the peace deal. So I was actually slightly unhappy about that because that caused a good number of revolts, gave me tons of aggressive expansion. Also, these two provinces, from Bulgaria because they were on Venice's side in the war. I ended up with those as well, and it's just worthless. Worthless. But it is at least nice to have a base in this area. We beat back France a few times. They are still potentially quite powerful. Oh, hey! I did not realize that Spain had broken away from France. I had no idea that that happened. That must have been a result of the massive loss of prestige. They must have had a personal union break because of that. Oh, that's awesome. I'm so happy that that happened, because they were in a personal union for like 200 years or something, maybe more. I guess that's all of the most interesting stuff, huh? I guess I'll show a couple screens here. So my ideas took trade, religious, quality. Did not finish teching up all the way. And actually, I probably could have gotten a slightly higher score. You can see I'm in second place here. If I had just taken these techs that I had enough points for. Yeah, let's look at the score, because I was not expecting to get this high of a score. It just kind of jumped up at the end. Score comparison. So Spain had the top slot, but they were not in good shape by the end of the game. They weren't getting very many points per month, and it would not have taken us that long to outstrip them, especially if France, as we can see here, if France was in the process of kind of dismantling them. Actually, what is that war? Oh, okay, so that was a colonial war from one of Spain's colonies that France then got called into. Okay. I didn't know if it was France, you know, trying to reassert dominance over Spain or what. But anyway, yeah, we would have possibly gotten the top score. Great Britain was doing shockingly well, considering that, I mean, that's pretty much all their territory, and they weren't that strong. They were threatened for a long time. I don't know how they have that many points. And the Holy Roman Empire, of course, #1 in administrative and military, but not so hot on diplomatic. So I don't know, that's actually an interesting question. I think I could have hit top slot, given another however many, you know, tens of years. Holy Roman Empire likely would have passed me eventually, though. I don't know, anything else? Mexico grew quite a bit through the same, you know, feeding mechanic. Holy Roman Empire just giving us lots and lots of stuff. At one point, New Norway, or actually no, it was Norwegian Mexico, managed to conquer a fair chunk of this colonial nation, and when I saw that, I thought, nope, not going to let you do that. I didn't join the war in time. I only noticed after the fact. But anyway, they were allied to Pawnee, so I attacked the Pawnee. That pulled in, you know, the Norwegian Mexico and Norway, and I just annexed all of the New Norway, so that worked well. Never quite had the solid Alaska that I would have liked. There was still this one Portuguese province, one Great Britain province, and then I guess we can count these as well, because those are also coastal provinces. But it looks quite a lot better in 1821 than it did in 1715. I guess that's pretty much it. I would have loved to have grabbed Buryatia, but I mean, that was never particularly high priority, and they were a protectorate of Russia, so that would have been a long messy war just to get one province. Alright. So yeah, I just, oh yeah, this Russian Greenland, I don't like that. But what you gonna do? Ooh, Huron. So you're Western, and you have no diplomatic relations with anybody. I don't remember them existing before. I wonder if they broke free at some point. Actually, I guess I can check that right in the history, although I can never remember where to find that. Ah, there it is. So let's just zoom to the bottom here. Ojibwe was occupied by Great Britain, but not annexed. Huh. So maybe these were never under European occupation, or, you know, part of a European colonial nation, rather. Maybe that was just terra incognita the last time I checked over the world map closely. Alright, well, I hope you join me in the Taiwan Typhoon campaign. That'll be coming up quite soon. I don't remember the exact release date. I think it's, what, the 26th? Maybe the 28th? But yeah, coming up soon. The, I totally forget the name of it. Why am I forgetting? But yes, the next EU4 expansion, so hope to see you then. So good night, sleep tight, and don't let the grayskin bite. Bye-bye.